kee karatti hafne gabrummaa qabsoo diddaa dhaloonni kun kabaja keef ulfinna keef si barbaada sabaaf sablammiin ati safeeffattu hundee hundaan gaara seenaa qabsoo Oromoo galmee waadaa ayyuu seenaa jiraa biyyaa Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa. Kalee dubbiin hamtuun dhuftee dubbiin dallansuu dubbiin cittee barnamuu hin awwaanne sana dhugaan sabaa sii gallaan ciccitee situu dura mirga saaqi.
Hello, I'm Anwar Khalil. Ethiopia is mourning the death of the former president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa. And President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Sahle-Work Zawde, called on all Ethiopians to work hard to create a democratic Ethiopia where all Ethiopians can enjoy equality and realize the vision of the late former president, Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa. The final farewell ceremony for the former president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa, has been held at Millennium Hall in Finnish City, where the remark came out. Let Teresa has more.
Ethiopia has held a farewell ceremony to its late president, Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa, who served the country for 7 years as the first head of state in the Federal Republic. The ceremony has been held at Millennium Hall in the presence of high-ranking federal and regional government officials, including President Sahle-Work Zawde, his families, and relatives. President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Sahle-Work Zawde, in her remark on the event expressed her condolence over the sudden death of the veteran politician Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa.
በቀድሞ የኢትዮጵያ ፕሬዝዳንት ክቡር ዶክተር ነጋሶ ጊዳዳ ድንገተኛና ያልታሰበ ህልፈት
I would like to express my deepest sorrow over the sudden passing away of the late President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa. All of us gathered in this hall to make farewell to the former president who had served his country with rightness, integrity, and trustful way.
Sahle-Work stated that Dr. Nagaasoo was patriotic, sociable, righteous, and the one who saw everybody with equal view. The veteran politician and historian Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa had shown living for one's own concerns practically. He had also demonstrated that personal gain and wealth were nothing for him, Sahle-Work noted.
ለእምነትም መኖርን
He was a great person who well understood that world wealth is perishable. He had shown us living for conscience and religion. He was able to go forward, overcoming the challenges he had faced. He had also won the public acceptance and love for his standing for the benefit of his people. The former president had served Ethiopia not only with responsible sense but also exemplary.
President Sahle-Work called upon the nation to do what is possible to realize the ambition of the late president by creating democratic Ethiopia.
የነጋሶ መንገድ በሚለው ስለ እርሳቸው በተጻፈው መጽሐፍ ላይ እንደሰፈረው እጠቅሳለሁ።
Let me quote from the book entitled As Nagaasoo's Journey, which was written on his biography. I hope that our country will be developed and prosper. All citizens of the country will get social, health, work incident, all age and insurance. I hope they will create Ethiopia where human rights respect is ensured and democracy prevailed, and all citizens have the right to the expression. These are his words. Let us, all of us, the children of his country, promise to fully realize the ambition of Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa.
On the occasion, the president paid tribute to the late president.
His body arrived from Germany to Ethiopia at Bole Airport yesterday. And a widow and children of the late former president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa, thanked Ethiopians for the warm final farewell ceremony they made for Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa. Fikadu Brhanu.
A state funeral ceremony of the former president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Nagaasoo Gidaadaa, has been undertaken at Millennium Hall. On the occasion, widow of the late Dr. Nagaasoo, Regina Abel, said the vision of her husband was to build a country in which all nations, nationalities, and the people of the country live equally.
His vision was an Ethiopia where people
Nations and nationalities can live together in unity with diversity. Democracy, good governance, rule of law, freedom, peace, mutual respect and dignity for all.
She adds that Dr. Nagaso was a man of principle who can live with anyone, adding he was uncompromising when he felt he was right.
He was a man of principles without propagandistic approaches, and he was able to tell the truth. He had high demands for himself, the people around him, families and friends. He was uncompromising when he felt he was right, carrying all consequences which followed.
Regina also called upon Ethiopian people to sustain his legacy even though he passed away from this world. His children, for their part, underscored that their father lived all his life to improve the living status of people of his country rather than living his own life.
My father loved Ethiopia and its people like his family. He lived all his life for improving the lives of people here. There's one special day in my life with him. That was my birthday when I turned 18. That birthday I didn't celebrate with my friends. I celebrated my father leaving Germany, going to Ethiopia. He spoke to me and my sister accompanied me. He told us, I was there for you when you were young, but now you're of legal, independent age. And now I have to look after my people and country. Follow me as soon as you can.
My grandfather always said, man don't only live for bread, so we live also for God. And I think my father, he took this on as well. That's what I read. And he took this on not only in the name of God, also there are various values that we live for. And the values are for equality, equal opportunities, human rights, and freedom of people. And this is also something that he lived for. And he taught us from when we were very little children, from when we were young growing up in Germany. Another thing, just personal things, when I was a little girl and I asked for simple things to buy for me, other parents would say, don't be spoiled, don't keep asking. He would say, as a joke, materialist. And then he explained to me that things are not of highly importance more than what we as human beings, how we live together, what we value.
They also thanked the government and the people of the country for giving great respect for their father.
Former colleagues, friends, and acquaintances of the late former president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Nagaso Gidada, witnessed that he, Dr. Nagaso Gidada, was a man of principle. Aklu Gebru has compiled their views.
Dr. Nagaso nama iftoomna jaallatan.
As much as I know him, Dr. Nagaso Gidada is very transparent, frank, and truthful.
Germany keessatti sochii barattoota Oromoo Awurooppaa keessatti maqaa isaanii guddaa dhageenya.
Dr. Nagaso has big name in Europe in relation to organizing Oromo youth to struggle for their freedom.
Dr.
Nagaso had been working with us till we heard his death. In Tumsa Endowment, our senior advisor, thought we spent together 2 or 3 days of a week. He passed away at the time he got for leave.
Dr. Nagaso Gidada struggled the whole of his life for the right and benefit of the people. Even during his leadership, he denied a kind of move against the interest of his people and resigned from his position. He has even tried his best to restore sustainable peace between our party and government, so we appreciate him for his extraordinary deeds.
Dr.
Nagaso is a very visionary man and works day and night to realize his vision, lying behind the truth. That's what the current generation get lesson from his long-lasting career.
Kaayoof nama jiraatan Dr. Nagaso. Kanaafan kaayoof jiraachuu qabna waan jedhu. dhaamsaa nu dabarsanii.
Dr. Nagaso has lived through struggling for the aim he had. He's also a famous historian. He told us plenty of stories, even during the time in which he was in a critical health problem. He thinks about his country more than his personal issue. Everyone is equal in front of Dr. Nagaso Gidada.
A state burial ceremony for the former president of Ethiopia, Dr. Nagaso Gidada, has been held at Peter Paul Cemetery in Finnish City. Senior government officials, including President of Ethiopia, Sahle-Work Zewde, and Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed have attended the ceremony. They have also laid wreaths of flower in his tribute. Dr. Nagaso Gidada, the second son of the late Reverend Gidada Solen, was born in 1943. He completed his secondary education in the former Nazareth Bible Academy in Adama town and studied history at Addis Ababa University from 1966 to 1971. From 1971 to 1974, he served as school director and history teacher in Ira. On October 1974, he left for Germany and lived there until July 1991. Back in Ethiopia, one of the milestones of Dr. Nagaso's political activities in early 1990s was his involvement in the drafting and adoption process of the Ethiopian Constitution. He became a member of the Constitutional Drafting Committee, which was tasked to draft the present Constitution of Ethiopia. Dr. Nagaso also served as chairman of the Constitutional Assembly, which adopted the current Constitution. In 1995, he had signed on the proclamation that adopted the final copy of the Constitution. He served as president of Ethiopia for 7 years, from 1995 to 2002, according to FBC website. In 2008, he left the ruling Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front. In November 2009, he announced that he had joined the Unity for Democracy and Justice Party, UDJ. Dr. Nagaso died in Germany on April 27, 2019. Dr. Nagaso, the man who worked for his people through his life until his death. And we're going to tell you about his history. He died at the age of 76. We have more on that. The first president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Nagaso Gidada Solen, has passed away at the age of 76. He was born in 1943 in Dambidolo town of Qelam Wallagga Zone. He has contributed a lot in Oromo struggle since 1970s when he was a student at Addis Ababa University. Nagaso Gidada went to Germany and studied social history, where he has got his PhD from Johann Wolfgang Goethe University in Frankfurt am Main in 1984. He wrote his dissertation entitled History of Sayo Oromo of Southwestern Wallagga, Ethiopia, from about 1730 to 1886. Later, this dissertation work has been published in 2001 with 288 pages at Mega Printing Enterprise in Finnish City.
እንደ ኦሮሞነቴ ስለ የኦሮሞን ህዝብ ታሪክ በመጻፍ ለኦሮሞ ህዝብ መብት ሲታገል የኦሮሞ ህዝብ የኢትዮጵያ አካል እንደሆነ
As an Oromo, I wrote about the Oromo people. It was part of the struggle I made for the rights of my people. It was part of correcting the Ethiopian historiography concerning the Oromo people. Dr. Nagaso Gidada had also played a great role in the establishment of Machat Ulama Association. He was a member of the Oromo Liberation Front, OLF, when he was in Europe. He came home after the fall of the Derg regime and served as Minister of Information during the transitional government in Ethiopia in early 90s.
Ummati keenya kan inni dhabee ture bara Dergis bara Haile Sillaasees kan inni dhabee ture maalni ijaaramuu dhabee ture.
Our people failed in the past regimes because of the lack of unity and getting organized. There was no respect of democratic rights. There were not situations like today to aware our people. There was no political party with well-organized base to organize and lead our people.
Sagantaa politikaa baafatee kan isa geggeessu dhaabbii hin qabu.
In 1995, he is sworn in to the office as the first president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. After serving for 7 years, he resigned due to disagreements within the government by then led by the late Prime Minister Meles Zenawi.
Waggaa 13 si jedheera miti eega narratti murteessanii tajaajilli naa kennamuun irra ture kan eega dhaabbate.
The government refused to give me what I was supposed to get as president. Now, 13 years have gone. In fact, I'm a man of principle and goal. They planned to get me mad or make me leave the country. However, it was just in 2018 that the government of the Oromia Regional State, during the presidency of the former president of the Oromia Regional State, Lamma Magarsa, that the government of the region and the ruling party, the Oromo Democratic Party, ODP, Dr. Negaso Gidada, was given recognition and award of a car and money. I thank you. I'm happy for the recognition. I got this car too. Dr. Nagaso had his first wife, Dasituk Ajela, by whom he had 2 children, and his German wife, a nurse and a midwife, Regina Abels, with whom he was living. He has a daughter by Regina. Dr. Nagaso was fluent in Afan Oromo, Amharic, English, and German. He is survived by a son and 2 daughters. Once again, we wish strength for all Ethiopians and specifically his family. And tomorrow, Monday, has been declared the day of mourning, national mourning, that the flag would fly at half-mast at that the House of People's Representatives said. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. Bye-bye.